Tesla is apparently considering integrating Apple CarPlay. This is not confirmed, but
unintentional yawn.
Reports call for wireless connectivity, and it would be displayed within a windowed environment in the Tesla infotainment system. And this reconsideration of implementing CarPlay appears to be driven, pun intended, thank you, new probationary writer, by Apple abandoning plans to create its own electric car. This is just another little tidbit. CarPlay and Android Auto are considered essential by at least 1/3 or more of potential buyers. I am one of them. I consider those things essential. And let me explain
why. Are you a potential buyer of a Tesla?
I am excited about this.
Oh, okay.
At any stage in Tesla's journey, from where they were to where they are today, I have never been open to driving one. And not driving one, but driving one. Well, okay, see, it's complicated. I bought one because my in-laws chose a Model Y when I told them they could have a car. And so I bought them a Model Y. So I've bought a Tesla, but I would never buy one for myself.
They had to go to you for approval.
And a major, sorry?
When you said that they could have a car.
Well, I paid for it.
I know, I'm just messing. The wording of it was funny. They came to me and I told them they could have a car, I guess.
What? No, it wasn't like that. They did,
I know, it just
they did a
funny.
lot of childcare for us over the years. They were hugely supportive and are a huge part of how Yvonne and I were able to be as successful as we were. They let us live there rent-free for years while we went to school.
Sick. I thought it was cool.
And while we saved up to buy our first house together. So basically, I was just paying them back.
Yeah. Which is sick. The way you worded it was just funny.
So anyway, a major part of why I wouldn't consider a Tesla is the locked down proprietary nature of their infotainment system.
Sure.
Because the writing was on the wall the day they locked it down. They were going to control every aspect of the software of this car, and the software of this car was going to control every aspect of the hardware. And so it was a matter of time, and we've talked about this many times over the years, before everything would be a flipping subscription or an unlock or a fee or whatever the case may be. And I'm not into that. I already have something with a bunch of subscriptions, including a wireless data subscription, and I would like to simply plug it into my car so that I don't have two of those things in my life, because one is enough. And a major concern that I had about Tesla's success was that they were having all of this success with this locked down infotainment system. My lips really hurt. Don't laugh at me. That's so mean.
I wasn't even going to until you said so. I was doing fine.
The reason that I lisped there was because this one caught on the thing.
Yeah.
It's really painful right now. They're super swollen today. Back of my throat's swollen too, but that's a separate issue. The point is, it's been a major concern for me that Tesla has managed to be so successful, having broken from the rest of the crowd in allowing this, and that they've become, or that they had become anyway, this leader in electrification and in car software. And you can actually see their influence. That's what I was worried about. In the same way that even as a non-iPhone user, I get concerned when Apple does something that is unfriendly to interoperability between devices, or that is not consumer friendly. I get concerned by that, because as Apple does, the industry tends to follow.
Do you think that is still true? I absolutely agree that it was.
And for many years, Tesla was undisputably a leader in car software.
Yeah.
I don't know that Rivian would have had the stones to say, no CarPlay, no Android Auto, if Tesla hadn't shown that there was a major customer base that was willing to overlook it. So, sorry, what were you going to ask?
I wasn't going to. I was. Do you think there's still a thought leader in the space at this point?
I still think that their software experience is ahead of where many other North American brands are. I think that, GM is like trying to build an infotainment solution into their cars that will rival Tesla. I remember having just I probably gave the guy a look unintentionally, but when we were shopping for Yvonne's new car and we were at the dealership, and the guy goes like, and compared to yours, which uses the like couple of years older system, the new one is so much more responsive. Look at this. I was like, that's still leggy as fuck. Like, come on, man. There's like 10-year-old Teslas that are more responsive than this. You got to be kidding me. Anyway, Rep Havoc in Floatplane Chat says, Tesla news is so damn boring. Then you aren't paying attention to it.
It's not, this point here is not
Tesla news. This is news about a potential shift in the mentality. As GM is going in the direction, explicitly going in the direction of reducing their interoperability with your device that you can plug in to have all of your maps and stuff, and moving toward explicitly doing that so that they can move toward more subscription revenue. Tesla, who has been a leader in the space of in-car software, whether you like them or not, okay? Doesn't matter. The point is they have been an industry leader and are apparently considering integrating Apple CarPlay. This is a big deal because competition is good. That's why. It's not about Tesla news. You've got to, you've tried, see the bigger picture here. The bigger picture is any player who goes, oh yeah, there is simply no technological reason why I couldn't just run Android Auto or CarPlay within a window and maintain my infotainment system and give the user a choice. Every one of them that does that puts pressure on everyone else who locks things down and tries to turn your entire life into a fucking subscription. It's good. That's why it matters. Zeno98 says, not Android Auto. Yeah, I'd be obviously bummed if, it stayed that way, but I do suspect that CarPlay would simply be what would come first and Android Auto would come later. Porsche did that. It was CarPlay only for years, and then they actually backported Android Auto into those cars later on after the fact. And I think the reason that they prioritized Android Auto is a very similar reason to why Tesla would prioritize Android Auto. And I think that the Tesla and Apple customer base is probably a very large overlapping Venn diagram. They have very similar sort of styles, very similar approach. Tesla obviously emulated a lot of Apple's image in creating their products and in creating their brand.
Do you know how much it costs for a manufacturer? When I was Googling this, I could only find aftermarket stuff or options sometimes. But do you know how much it costs on the manufacturer's end to add, CarPlay and Android Auto? I
don't think, my understanding is it doesn't cost anything. My understanding is that Google, I don't know about Apple, but on the Google side, my understanding is that it is so beneficial from an ecosystem and data collection standpoint that they will basically help you do it. Is my understanding, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.